Hello and welcome back to Blake's Den. Happy New Year. It's now 2024. I'm going to crack on and do some work today on Project Designer. So if you want to join me, keep on watching. I was going to do some work today on the Ford 3000 tractor, but it's outside and we've got a weather warning for rain. So that means I've got some free time and a Mini that needs attention. So I'm going to finally get this rear valance fitted today. That's going to be my plan. I've very roughly just attached that on there with a couple of welding clamps, give you an idea of where it goes. It needs to be plug welded on because I haven't got a spot welder. I was considering welding it from above instead, just to make it easier, but I think I'm going to have to do it from below, only because it gets a bit sort of tricky around this part here. I suppose I could do some from above and some from below, possibly. But there's a bit of work I need to do first before I weld this. I need to take this panel off. I need to strip off all the black paint along that edge. I need to put weld-free primer on it, and I need to do the same on the underside of the boot floor as well. So we've got a nice clean surface that we're going to be buttoning up together. And then I'll have to put a series of clamps on this and a bit of hammering to bring these panels together, because you can see there's quite a gap. That is an unacceptable level of gap for plug welding. Right, let's get that panel prepped. Right, I've got that cleaned up and sprayed up and ready to go. I've just got a trial fit at the moment. It's a heritage panel, so the fit should be good. But what I'm looking for is this wheel arch line continuing around and extending down onto the valance. I think it needs to go in a bit more at that end. And if I come around this end, I think that looks a lot better, that one. It seems to be a lot more sort of fluid, or not fluid, but smooth. I've just got a bolt in the middle holding it and some clamps at the moment. So yeah, I'm relatively happy with that. Obviously it needs a few more tweaks, but the purpose of doing this was to work out, right, where do I need to punch holes in this. So I definitely need one or two here to tie it onto the sort of the rear quarter, and then all the way along here. There's already spot welds in here. You can probably just make them out, and that ties the floor to the rear panel. The valance isn't really a structural panel, so I think when I did the sills, which are structural, I did every 25mm I did a hole. I'm thinking I'm going to go every 50mm on this. It's probably still overkill, that, but that should be enough just to hold it on. It literally does just sit there. It doesn't really add much strength to the body at all. Maybe it's a little bit in torsional rigidity, but not an awful lot. So right, I'm going to mark up where my holes roughly need to be, and then we'll get those punched out, and then we'll get it final fit and welded up. With the panel off the car, you can see what I've done here. So I've just used a bit of chalk and just marked up where I need to put the holes to plug weld this on. So I started off in the corners, working out where they definitely needed to go, and then once I got onto the main bit in the middle, I just used some calipers set to 50mm and roughly marked them on, and then yeah, just did that, and I think that'd be more than enough. So I'm going to punch these out using my Clark air punch. So it's that bit in the middle at the top. And we also put a joggler on one side and a punch on the other. I'll just whiz along, punch those all out. Not very exciting. Refit it back to the car, get it in its final position, then we can think about welding. There we are. I seem to have turned the panel into Swiss cheese. Right, get this fitted. Right, I'm relatively happy with the fit of this now. I've got 3 clamps at this end, pulling it all nice together, and I've gone along and I've hit the flanges with a hammer, and I've also used some adjustable pliers just to clamp it down and align it all, and happy with that. So I'm going to start plug welding that on, And I'm not going to do the whole length in one go. I'm going to do these few, take the clamps off, move the clamps along and do it in stages. That way I know I'm going to get a really good fit. Yeah, happy with the alignment of it, and yeah, it should all go to plan. I'll be using my trusty Artec MIG 180 welder. This has been a fantastic piece of kit. I cannot praise it enough. If you're thinking about buying one, no hesitation, just get one. Though they have launched a new model, the 181, which is a bit clever and a bit better, and if Artec are watching this and want to send me one to test, I'll be more than happy to give it a go. Right, let's get on with some welding. The first few are on, didn't go too bad. I'm going to set you up on a time lapse and I'll get the rest of them done. Well, it's on. Not perfect, but okay. If you look at some of the plug welds, like that one there is really good. That one there is not very good. It tends to be the flatter they are, the better they are, I find. And what I do, I put the welding torch into the hole, pull the trigger and draw a circle like that. I'd had problems. I did the usual thing, forgot to put the earth on, you know, kind of important for welding. And then I ran out of gas as well, and so some of these are very aeroy, very bubbly. I normally have a regulator all set up, good to go, perfect, but I must have turned it off or something. And might be when I transferred the bottle over to this trolley. So I turned it on and then it just used the gas and the line then ran out. So I'm like, ugh. But of course I didn't notice until I'd already done a few. And then at this end, it wasn't perfect, so I ended up having to put a small tack along the edge here. But I think it's solid. It's where I want it. It's not going anywhere. So the next job is I'm just going to get a flap disc on the grinder. I'll whiz along, tidy them up. If any of them haven't really taken, I'll re-weld those. But overall, quite happy with that. As expected, this corner did need a bit more work. It's now secure. It's not going anywhere. What I ended up doing was I took my drill and with a spot weld drill bit in, and I drilled through basically the layer of the new panel, then welded it, and you can see how I've got penetration above on the welds. So yeah, it's still a bit messy around there, but it's hidden by the bumper. Hit it with the grinder and some paint, because grinders and paint make me the welder that I ain't. Just gonna hit the areas I've welded with etch primer. Well, I'm really pleased with how that's gone. It's not perfect, but it's just a job I've been wanting to do for ages and ages and ages. And I think it makes it look more like a Mini again. I don't know, just that extra curve down the bottom. Yeah. There's still more to do. I need to weld in these panels here. So I've got two of these. Where do these live? These live, of course I picked up the wrong one. They go up there, but that's off the other hand. So it goes across the other side and it just stops all the dirt from being flung in from your wheels and your tyres. I'm going to do them in a separate video just because it's not very fun welding upside down on your back on a trolley that rolls around when everything's just at the wrong height. So yeah, I'm going to cover those in a separate video. So I've got that one there, and yeah, I've got that other panel there to go in. So I've already painted those on the inside. They'll probably need a bit more painting before I put them on, but they're essentially good to go. So thank you very much for watching that short video. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I know that this car is a big draw to many people on the channel. If you're fairly new to the channel, then welcome. If you've never seen me before, then please click subscribe. 85% of my viewers are unsubscribed, so it really helps the YouTube algorithms if I get subscribers up. So in terms of projects, I've got this car here, Mini, designed in 1989. I've got my Turner Ranger mini base tractor from 1975 there. And then just round the corner here, I've got my 1997 Rover Mini MPI, which is currently laid up for winter. And outside we have a Land Rover Defender as well. But I'm not going out there because it's pouring with rain. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.